Hey everybody, this is Donnie Blanchard with the Carolina Contractor Show. We're getting a lot of listener questions regarding what's going on with our radio show and just when we'll be back in the studio to record. If you'll stay with me for just a few minutes, I'll give you the full rundown on everything going on at iHeartMedia. First, I want to fill you guys in on a few things that may come in handy while you're stuck around the house. So relax and take notes on this episode of the Carolina Contractor Show. So as promised, here are a few things you can do to make sure this quarantine experience goes as right as possible. If you have a storage freezer, say it's not located in the main living area, maybe it's in your basement or it's in your garage, just somewhere you don't walk by every day, I recommend you go on Amazon and buy a freezer alarm as soon as this video is over. I recommend you go on Amazon and buy a freezer alarm as soon as this video is over. Let me paint you a picture. Your kids are at home all day every day for the next month. They go down to get their favorite breakfast food out of the basement freezer and they think they shut the door all the way when in fact they do not. Well, it may be a day or so later when you discover the door's been open and you've lost a whole freezer full of food at that point. Your homeowner's insurance will cover food spoilage, but that's not the point. That food is scarce and that food could be the difference in you making unnecessary trips to the grocery store or not. So I recommend buying a freezer alarm online. They range from $20 to $150. The $150 version does have Wi-Fi capability, so it will communicate with your smartphone. If you feel like that's a worthy feature, then go for it. But the reviews on the $20 freezer alarm look like it works just fine. And while we're talking about things that just seem like common sense, let me go ahead and say, if you have your toilet paper stored on your bathroom floor, then that's no good at all. If you have pets or toddlers or just a wet area in general that a bathroom is, that toilet paper is a precious commodity right now. So we recommend putting that toilet paper up high, especially if you have cats in the house. Flip that toilet paper around the other way. That'll keep the cats from eating into your toilet paper supply, just having a little fun. Maybe you think that'll never happen to you, but I never thought I'd be talking about toilet paper conservation on a contractor show. So here we are. Everybody needs a little bit of humor right now, so that's okay. And since we covered toilet paper, let's roll right into what to do with that toilet paper, what not to do with other things to get flushed down the toilet. Here locally, the city of Raleigh is already reporting a problem with the sewer system being overloaded by things like socks, paper towels, sanitary wipes, just things that are not supposed to be flushed down the toilet and are not compatible with a sewer system. And even if you're not on a city sewer system, if you have a septic tank, for instance, those antibacterial wipes have a bleach agent that's on the wipe, and it is totally not compatible with the bacteria in your septic system. It will actually kill the good bacteria that's used in your septic tank to break the waste down. So again, stop flushing crazy stuff down the toilet. I'll give you a scenario. You flush paper towels down your toilet. It causes a plumbing problem, and you end up having a sewage backup in your house. Well, then you have to get a restoration company involved. You have demo involved. You have all the construction work to be put back. And in a time when we're supposed to be social distancing, it's not a good thing to have all those emergency workers in your house if it can be avoided. So let me recap the three things I just mentioned. If you have a freezer full of food, buy a freezer alarm online today. Please store your toilet paper up high. It is a precious commodity right now, even if you don't store it in the bathroom. And don't flush anything down the toilet except for toilet paper. The news reports are already showing that local municipalities are having a rough time with all the things that are being flushed into the sewer system, and it'll just make life a lot better on everybody around you if you follow the proper protocol. We did a show a few months back on how to sick-proof your house. One of the main takeaways from that show was just how long viruses can live on hard surfaces. This COVID-19 virus, for instance, can live up to 72 hours on a hard surface, whereas things like your hands or fabric, cardboard, it can only last about 24 hours. So keep those countertops in your house clean. If you have an essential employee that's in and out of the house throughout these next 4 weeks, be sure to hit the doorknobs, be sure to hit the stair rails, and just give extra attention to those hard surfaces like bathroom counters, kitchen counters, etc. That may be the big difference in you and your family not contracting this virus and making it out safe on the other side of this thing. Speaking of the workers designated as essential employees, all our contractor listeners, we'd like to ask you to do one main thing that'll help out a ton. If you have to work, and it is absolutely necessary, please only have one subcontractor crew at a time on your job sites. And one more thing, on a personal note, I'd like to ask the governor of North Carolina to issue some sort of public service announcement that tells these teenagers, if you still live at home, if we catch you out, you will be grounded by the state indefinitely. I think that'll make life a lot easier on mom and dad when they're trying to enforce these rules for the next 4 weeks. And finally, an update on the radio show. We plan to be back in iHeartMedia studios sometime in the next 3 or 4 weeks. But we really appreciate all the interaction from our regular listeners. Keep the questions coming in, and we're going to air these out when we get back on the radio and are able to crank out some new episodes. But we've got a ton of content. We're going to try to do some more videos like this one, and just stay in touch with us with any kind of concerns, questions, ideas you may have, especially if you're doing projects around the house. We would love to see those. So if you'd like to submit those pictures or progress reports on anything you've got going on around the house, feel free to tag us on our Instagram or send it to our Facebook. And if you'd like to receive more quick tips, pointers around the house, and just stuff like we've talked about today, visit our website, thecarolinacontractor.com. We just had the website redone, and it is very user-friendly. We have our Facebook content mirrored on one side, and if you go over to the other, you can actually listen to shows right there on the website. Or if you're a person who prefers a podcast, there are 3 links on our website that will take you to either iTunes, Google Podcasts for Android, or iHeartRadio. We have over 30 hours of content on there, and everything is just tailored around helping you get to know your house better. We're going to leave you with a slogan from one of our sponsors. GAF says, "We protect what matters most." We suggest you do the same. And regarding this video, please don't forget to like, share, and comment. If you'd like for us to cover anything that's on your mind or particular to your house, we'll be glad to do that. More than anything, stay safe out there, everybody. This too shall pass. See you next time on the Carolina Contractor Show.